Hi folks, my name is Jeff Mausbach.
I am Alejandro Sejanovich.
And we're the owners of Bodega TeHo, a little boutique estate-grown winery based in Mendoza, Argentina.
In Bodega TeHo, what we want to show in our wines is the sense of place, the terroir.
At Bodega TeHo, we are based on 2 estate vineyards, and each vineyard has its own brand. So we have 2 lines of wine. One is called ZaHa. ZaHa means heart in the native Indian language of Mendoza, and it is based in the Toco vineyard in Paraje Altamira. Toco is another word in Huarpe, which means stone.
TeHo means blood of the earth, and is coming from an old vine, 75 years old, that have big roots, and is situated in La Consulta.
So we've chosen 3 wines to try with you today. And in addition to the idea of estate vineyards, we also have a theme that runs through all of our wines, which is the idea of co-fermentation. So the first wine we're going to try is called ZaHa Corte, and I'd like Alejandro to talk to you a little bit about the concept of co-fermentation.
This is a blend that we make during fermentation. That means that the blend is made with the fruit. When we pick all the fruit together, and we make a blend of Malbec Cabernet Sauvignon, approximately 80% Malbec, 20% Cabernet Sauvignon. And we ferment all together, which is different to ferment separate and then make a blend of the wines.
Yeah, so the idea of co-fermentation means making the blend in the vineyard on the day of harvest. And we just like the great integration that this brings to the table in making a blend. So this is ZaHa Corte, 80% Cabernet, 20% Malbec. This wine has great press. The latest vintage just got 93 points from Robert Parker.
So next wine is ZaHa Malbec. ZaHa Malbec also have co-fermentation. It's not 100% pure Malbec. Soils of Paraje Altamira are diverse. In the same row, you have sand, you have silt, you have limestone, a lot of limestone, stones with limestone. This diversity in the soils make a lot of diversity also in the aromatics of the wines. And the Malbec is not alone. That means that first Malbec we pick, we co-ferment with Cabernet Franc. Last Malbec we pick, we co-ferment with Petit Verdot. So at the end, this wine is a blend of 90% Malbec, so it's a Malbec, and it have about 7-8% Cabernet Franc, 2-3% Petit Verdot, depending on the vintages.
So here you have a wine that is based on the great soil diversity of Paraje Altamira, lots of different soils, different harvest dates, different varietals. So we're really trying to achieve a great sense of complexity with all 3 of those different methods of managing the vineyard and vinification. ZaHa Malbec has also great press, 94 points from Robert Parker in its latest vintage.
So next we go to our old vineyard of TeHo, that means blood of the earth. The name of the vineyard is Tomal. Tomal means also in Huarpe language, in indigenous language, means Asian vineyard. This is a vineyard that by itself is not pure. That is very interesting in all vines. They are not pure, they always are mixed with other varieties. Even that is a Malbec, because the vineyard have about 95–92% Malbec, and the rest is a mix of a lot of different varieties, including whites like Semillon.
So old vine Malbec field blend. Ale, what are some of the characteristics of old vines? What do they bring to the table in terms of making a special wine like this?
Old vines, they have the advantage first that have enormous roots, so they explore all the soils. So they are the best to show a place. They show intuitively the sense of place. Other thing is that they have reserves in the trunk. These big trunks, they are full of reserve. So when there is a heat or there is a stress, the plant goes to the reserves. And in all vines, you always have an amazing balance of the acidity. The other thing is the yield. Everybody knows that all vines produce low yields. But the reason is not because there are less amount of clusters. The amount of clusters is the same. The difference is that the berries are very small and the skin is thick. So the amount of juice, or the yield of juice, is very low, and this is expressed in the concentration and in the expression of the place. Other thing we like to do in TeHo to express more the place is ferment whole clusters.
Oh yeah, whole cluster fermentation.
So whole cluster, there is about, depending the vintages, 50%, 70% of whole cluster fermentation, because the stems of the clusters, they have aromatics, they have flavors that are very, very related to the place.
So there you have TeHo Malbec, Old Vine Malbec Field Blend for wonderful complexity. You have very tiny berries in these Old Vine Malbecs, which give us great concentration, and then you have those extensive roots which maintain natural acidity. They keep the wine nice and fresh, and lastly, lots of whole cluster fermentation. Well, thank you very much, folks, for your time. We thank you very much for all the support that you give our wines, and we hope that you stay safe and healthy. Salud.
Cheers, salud.